Hey there, I just finished a pretty big hike up Mount Washington a couple weeks ago, and I was just going through my stuff, getting it repacked. Yes, my poles have been in my car for a couple weeks, and I had two pair of hiking poles with me on my trip up Mount Washington, so I thought I'd go over them and show you what I used with my friend. I brought two poles, a pair for her to use and a pair for me, and I thought I'd share what I used in case you're looking for hiking poles. So the first pair that I'm holding here are a pair of REI Trailmade poles, and they have like a rubber, it's not cork, hand grip. And if you have ever used poles, you know when you're doing poles, you come up from the bottom and you hold, like a ski pole, you go from under and you hold the pole. So this grip was, I used these. These were really comfortable. Again, they're REI Trailmade, and I'll put the link to what they are in the comments. These were great. Mount Washington is a very difficult, challenging hike. I used them coming downhill and they didn't break. They were easy to set up, and I had them attached to my pack. Now for these are what I used. And then my friend was with me, and I had already purchased these, and these are from Trekology, and I ordered them from Amazon. And these had the cork handle, so a little bit different. And again, when you're holding on to a pole, you come from below and hold on to that. And they're very adjustable, just like the REI poles. So I'll go through how to break them down. And both sets of poles performed really well. Neither of them broke. It was a pretty, we leaned very heavily on these. We did not have any issues with the poles, so both worked really well. The Trekology poles I got from Amazon, and to break them down, you pull them apart. You probably know, I'm saying this, oh yeah, I've got to do this first. So sometimes you forget what you're doing. I don't think you have to do that. There we go. So that goes down there, and then they pull apart and they fold. All right. So as you can tell, I don't take them apart a ton, but once you figure it out, undo the little clasp there, then they pull apart. What did I do? Oh yeah, pulled apart here. Oh, the button. There's a button. Pull apart there, collapse, and then they'll let you pull. And that's so when you're putting them together, they don't come apart. All right, so that's how those work. Although I don't think I needed to take that part off. There we go. Now, what's really nice about the Trekology poles, they're not that hard. I just made it look a little harder than it needed to be. What's really nice, they did come with a little carrying case. So I originally ordered these about a year ago, and they have a nice, I don't obviously use poles all that much, but when I do need them, it's very handy to have them. So I have been just keeping them in my backpack that I carry with my water in. So the Trekology, they have this nice little pack, which is really handy. It fits into my backpack really easily. They're not very heavy. I'll put the weight in the comments, but they're not too heavy, easy to use, easy to put together. Might take you a couple seconds if you don't do it regularly like I do, but those are really nice, and they stood up to coming down Mount Washington without an issue. So the Trekology poles, these were $43.99 on Amazon, so pretty good deal. The REI were a little more expensive. I did go for a little bit, they're probably a little more durable, a little more rugged. I did spend $79.95 on these, and to take them apart, it's just you flip these two plastic flips, and then they go down. Now, they do not go as small as the Trekology poles, and they did not have a case. So that was a little bit of a drawback. I was kind of like, where's the case? Do they go any smaller? They don't, but they did come down to this nice size. And then I was able to strap them to my backpack. So I just had them strapped to my backpack. They don't have a case, but they both pair have I have the sharp tips right here. Both did have the like plastic knobs that you can put over the top, which are nice if you're on concrete or you know something you don't need these steel tips for. Again, these are Trailmade by REI. These were Trekology. I got those from Amazon. Both stood up to Mount Washington really well. I like them both. I'm keeping them both. And I hope that helps you if you're looking for walking poles or for trekking poles. I do sort of like the little case that these came with, and I'm going to keep these in my backpack for just when I maybe don't know that I'm going to need poles. It's also nice, I've sometimes been with people who need poles and I have them and I can loan them to them. I think actually I have the little tips in here I can show you. Oh yeah, so both sets of poles have these plastic knobs that go over the tips so that if you don't want that sharp spiky thing, you don't need to have it. Just a quick side note, if you are traveling with your trekking poles, put them in your checked-in luggage. Do not try to go through security with your trekking poles in your carry-on. There is a good chance they won't make it. I have heard if you just have one, maybe it would make it, but I do not think that you would make it through security with both poles. So put them in your check bag. All right, I think that's all I've got for you with those. I hope that's helpful as I get ready to start some more hiking this fall. Have a great day and keep active, and I look forward to retiring active and healthy with you. Thanks.